dear student, welcome to the class. I am teaching you chapter 8, Sound and Noise. In the previous class, I have explained you about the different types of sound or kinds of sound, such as warning sound. Sounds that alert people to any kind of danger are called warning sound. Pleasant and unpleasant sound. Pleasant sound, any type of sounds that we enjoy hearing and that make us relax. While hearing some sound and we are feeling relaxed is known as pleasant sound. Sounds that irritate us and make us uncomfortable are called unpleasant sound. So dear student, today I am going to teach you about the noise and noise pollution. Noise is a sound, especially one that is loud or unpleasant or that causes disturbance. So, the definition of a noise is a loud and unpleasant sound is called noise. Noises are loud and unpleasant, are loud and unpleasant sound is called noise. A loud and unpleasant sound is called noise. Excessive and continuous loud sound is called noise pollution. What is noise pollution? Excessive amount of noise excessive amount of noise that affects the health, that affects the health of an organism is called noise pollution. Excessive amount of noise that affects the health of a living organisms is called noise pollution. It causes disturbance to small children, elderly and sick people and even animals. Yes, a loud noise can be harmful to our ears. Noise pollution does not allow students to study properly, and continuously loud noise does not allow to concentrate on your work. You cannot concentrate when the music is going on, when some television is open. You are not concentrated on your work. When the hammering is there, it irritates you. That is the noise which irritates you. That is unpleasant noise. Loud noise. During loud noise, we cannot even talk to each other. Machines in factories, loud speakers, honking sounds made by vehicles are common causes of noise pollution. Noise pollution is a huge problem because it creates discomfort, interference with an individual peace of mind, and lessens one's quality of life. For example, noise can disrupt sleeping and prevent one from getting a proper rest. And when you do not take a proper rest, you could not do a proper work due to high sound vibrations. Now the next point in your book is harmful effect of noise pollutions. Dear children, there are a lot of effects on noise pollution. The first and the foremost effect is the constant exposures to loud noise can damage eardrums and causes loss of hearing. Second, noise pollutions can increase blood pressure and heartbeats, causes heart attacks, headache and sleep disturbance, increases stress level and reduce performance, because when you are feeling more stress, when you did not sleep properly, then what will happen? Your performance, your work will lose that thing what you want to show. Fatigue shows signs of aggressive behavior. You are irritated, you don't want to talk to others because you are not feeling comfortable at that time. Loud noise causes interference or disturbance in conversation. Communications means when you are talking on mobile phones or you are talking to other people, you are getting disturbed because so much loud noise is there and you want to start shouting from your mouth when you are talking to others, and that makes your throat feeling uncomfortable. Sleep, reproductions and many other aspects of life that disturbs or damages one's quality of life. How to reduce noise pollution? Dear children, noise pollution also affects marine and wildlife animals. To the same degree, it affects humans. These days, noise is almost everywhere, especially in the urban and cities area. By transportations activities such as airport, traffic and railroads, industrials, manufacturing and constructional works. So there are numerous practical ways to reduce this noise pollution. First is banning the use of high decibel loudspeakers, banning of firecrackers at public places. Dear children, banning is the duty of the government. Now, what our duty? How we can reduce the noise pollution? The first duty of us is close the windows. Yes, during reducing the amount of noise entering into our homes and building is possible by simply changing our orders, by simply closing the windows. The best things would be to only open windows during the quarter times of the day, most probably early in the morning and late in evenings. Second, put on earplugs. Yes, wearing earplug is a cost-effective solution for reducing noise pollution. A pair of earplugs can be worn while sleeping. When you sleep, you put the earplugs. Earplugs have their health benefits, especially for those who wish to have a healthy sleeping habits in a noisy areas. Third point is sound friendly furniture. Yes, dear children, furniture is excellent sound absorber. as they reduce the echo and sound vibration. Have you ever seen an empty room? When you speak something, the voice should be echoing. But when you put the furnitures in the room, then the echoing would be less because all the furniture absorbs the sound. For example, in case of a noisy neighbor, put a big bookshelf against the wall to reduce the noise coming from their house or building. Also use soft furniture such as rugs, carpets, air wall hangings which reduce the sounds. You can see dear children, that when a glass is fallen down on a floor, a loud noise is coming. But when it is fallen down on a carpet, the voice is reduced. Replace old automobiles with new ones. Old automobiles produce loud, unoffending and deafening sounds. Their replacement with new ones not only reduce noise pollution but will also lower the emissions of soot and other toxic substances into the atmosphere. The last but not the least way of reducing noise pollution is plants more trees. Yes, dear children, trees have been established to be effective in reducing noise pollution. Noise level is reduced within urban settings, around major highways, and even at the place we stay. So numerous plants and trees in an area means less noise pollution. Thank you, students.